The MCU has already introduced a wealth of iconic heroes and villains, but the comics have a treasure trove of characters just waiting for their turn to make an appearance on the big screen. From powerful cosmic beings to street-level champions, Marvel's extensive history offers so many fascinating characters that could bring fresh and exciting storylines to the MCU. Some of these heroes and villains have strong ties to current MCU arcs, while others could introduce entirely new worlds and challenges. In this video, we'll take a look at 10 Marvel characters from the comics who deserve an MCU debut. These characters come with rich histories, compelling powers, and intriguing motivations, and their inclusion could expand the MCU in thrilling new directions. Whether you're a fan of classic comic book characters or newer faces, this list is sure to get you excited about the possibilities for the future of the MCU. So stick around, and let's dive into these must-have characters who are ready for their time in the spotlight. 1. Nova, Richard Rider. Nova, also known as Richard Rider, stands as one of Marvel's most compelling cosmic heroes, yet to appear in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU. Introduced in The Man Called Nova #1, 1976, Richard Rider was an ordinary teenager from Earth who was thrust into an intergalactic role when the dying Nova Corpsman Roman Day transferred the Nova Force to him. This gave Rider immense powers, including superhuman strength, energy projection, and the ability to traverse the cosmos at incredible speeds. In the comics, Rider's journey is deeply tied to major cosmic events, such as the Annihilation War, where he emerged as a leader against Annihilus's devastating invasion. The story showcased his evolution from a reluctant hero to a seasoned warrior, carrying the legacy of the Nova Corps on his shoulders after its destruction. He later played pivotal roles in events like Realm of Kings and battles against the Phalanx. Bringing Nova into the MCU would expand its cosmic narrative. His ties to Xandar, already introduced in Guardians of the Galaxy, and the potential to explore the aftermath of the Nova Corps' decimation in Avengers, Infinity War provide rich storytelling opportunities. With Marvel Studios reportedly developing a Nova project, fans might soon see this human rocket soar into the MCU. 2. Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom, also known as Victor Von Doom, is one of Marvel's most iconic and complex characters. Originating in Fantastic Four #5, 1962, Doom is a monarch, scientist, and sorcerer. His dual mastery of technology and magic, combined with his iron-fisted rule of Latveria, positions him as a significant figure in Marvel lore. While often portrayed as a villain, his motivations are nuanced, driven by a quest for power, personal pride, and, at times, a belief that his authoritarian methods are necessary for global peace. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, Doom's potential extends beyond being a Fantastic Four antagonist. His rivalry with Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, is legendary, rooted in intellectual competition and personal animosity. This dynamic, where Doom's arrogance clashes with Richards' brilliance, provides fertile ground for storytelling. Beyond the Fantastic Four, Doom has tangled with heroes like the Avengers and Doctor Strange, showcasing his vast influence. His involvement in major Marvel events, such as Secret Wars, where he briefly wielded godlike powers, demonstrates his capability to impact multiverse-level narratives. As the MCU builds towards stories like Secret Wars 2027, introducing Doctor Doom could enrich its roster of multidimensional characters. His complexity ensures he can be more than a villain, potentially an anti-hero, or even a reluctant ally. 3. Beta Ray Bill. Beta Ray Bill, an iconic Marvel character, made his first appearance in The Mighty Thor 337, 1983, written and illustrated by Walt Simonson. This Corbinite warrior was bioengineered to protect his people during a time of existential crisis. His compelling story began when he encountered Thor and, in a historic moment, lifted Mjolnir, proving himself worthy of wielding the power of the God of Thunder. Odin, recognizing his valor and dedication, forged a new weapon for Bill, Stormbreaker, which became as powerful as Thor's Mjolnir. Beta Ray Bill's role in Marvel Comics has been multifaceted. He's acted as a protector of Asgard, a defender of his Corbinite race, and an ally to the Avengers in significant cosmic battles. His storylines often explore themes of duty, sacrifice, and heroism. One notable arc, Stormbreaker, the saga of Beta Ray Bill, highlights his efforts to save the remnants of his race and face new adversaries like Stardust. While Bill had a brief Easter egg nod in Thor: Ragnarok, fans eagerly await his full cinematic debut in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU. His unique design and connection to Asgard and cosmic Marvel narratives make him a perfect fit for future MCU phases. 4. Silver Surfer. The Silver Surfer, one of Marvel's most enigmatic and visually striking characters, has origins steeped in cosmic drama and philosophical depth. Introduced in 1966 by Jack Kirby and Stan Lee, he was initially a herald of Galactus, the Devourer of Worlds, and played a pivotal role in the Fantastic Four comic arc. Born as Norrin Radd on the utopian planet Zenn-La, he sacrificed his freedom to save his homeworld from destruction, becoming imbued with the power cosmic by Galactus. This granted him immense abilities, including faster-than-light travel, energy manipulation, and superhuman durability. As Galactus's emissary, he guided his master to planets for consumption, burdened by the moral conflict of his actions. The Silver Surfer's rebellion against Galactus began when he encountered Earth and its inhabitants, particularly the compassionate Alicia Masters. His decision to protect Earth cost him dearly, as Galactus exiled him to the planet, creating an invisible barrier that stripped him of his cosmic wanderings. His introspective and melancholic nature, often reflecting on humanity's virtues and flaws, has made him a philosophical figure in the Marvel Universe. An MCU introduction for the Silver Surfer offers boundless potential. His cosmic backdrop could tie into Marvel's ongoing space saga, linking him to characters like the Guardians of the Galaxy and Thor. Moreover, his ethical dilemmas and personal growth resonate deeply, offering rich storytelling avenues. The Surfer's journey from Galactus's pawn to a protector of life embodies themes of redemption and sacrifice that could bring gravitas to Marvel's cinematic storytelling. 5. Ghost Rider. Johnny Blaze, the original Ghost Rider, is an iconic Marvel character who has yet to make his mark in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU. Known for his pact with Mephisto and transformation into the fiery spirit of vengeance, Blaze's story is a compelling mix of tragedy, redemption, and supernatural action. First introduced in Marvel Spotlight number 5, 1972, Johnny's origin as a stunt motorcyclist cursed by his deal with the devil provides rich thematic material for a darker MCU project. Blaze's Ghost Rider embodies the concept of vengeance, as he battles both internal demons and external threats. His supernatural powers, fueled by Hellfire, and his connection to Marvel's darker, mystical lore align perfectly with the MCU's growing supernatural narrative, seen in projects like Doctor Strange and Werewolf by Night. The character's anti-hero persona would also fit well with other complex MCU figures like Moon Knight or Blade. Although adaptations of Ghost Rider have been seen in earlier films, they left room for a more faithful and expansive portrayal. Fans and critics have suggested that introducing Blaze in the MCU could revitalize the character, potentially tying into larger arcs involving Mephisto or the Midnight Suns, a team he frequently aligns with in the comics. 6. Spider-Woman. Jessica Drew, better known as Spider-Woman, is a complex and multifaceted character who has yet to make her MCU debut. First appearing in Marvel Spotlight number 32, 1977, Jessica was initially tied to espionage and Hydra. Her unique origin story involves her father experimenting with spider DNA to save her from uranium poisoning, granting her enhanced strength, agility, bioelectric venom blasts, and pheromone manipulation. She has also been an integral part of several Marvel teams, including the Avengers and the Secret Invasion Skrull-related storylines, showcasing her adaptability across genres. While Spider-Woman operates in the shadow of Spider-Man, she has always stood out with her mysterious past, espionage roots, and darker narrative tones. Incorporating Jessica Drew into the MCU would provide a rich addition to its expanding espionage and cosmic themes. With the Secret Invasion and the potential for the Fantastic Four and other cosmic stories, Spider-Woman's blend of spy thriller and superhero adventure could seamlessly integrate into multiple upcoming MCU arcs. 7. Sentry. Sentry, also known as Robert Reynolds, is one of Marvel's most powerful and enigmatic characters, and his inclusion in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, could introduce complex themes of power, duality, and psychological trauma. Initially gaining his abilities from a serum that granted him the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns, Sentry also struggles with his dark alter ego, the Void. This malevolent entity often acts as a mirror of his darker impulses, creating internal and external conflicts. In the comics, Sentry's immense strength, speed, and energy manipulation rival Marvel's most powerful heroes. His relationships with figures like Reed Richards and Thor provide opportunities to explore these dynamics within the MCU's evolving storyline. However, Sentry's true potential lies in the moral and psychological dilemmas he brings, as his unstable mental state often blurs the line between heroism and destruction. Sentry's potential MCU introduction, possibly in Thunderbolts, is rumored to present him as both an ally and a threat. This duality, combined with his raw power and tragic story, would offer a unique blend of intense action and profound narrative depth, making him an ideal addition to the MCU's expanding universe. 8. Mephisto. Mephisto's potential entry into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, has been a long-standing topic of fan speculation, especially with several storylines in the comics and MCU hinting at his involvement. Created by Stan Lee and John Buscema in 1968's Silver Surfer #3, Mephisto serves as Marvel's interpretation of the devil, engaging in complex narratives involving deception, power struggles, and soul bargaining. In the comics, Mephisto has played a pivotal role in shaping events that could fit seamlessly into the MCU's evolving multiverse and supernatural arcs. He is directly tied to Ghost Rider's origin, being the one who transforms Johnny Blaze into the Spirit of Vengeance. Similarly, Mephisto's involvement in Scarlet Witch's comic history is profound. Wanda Maximoff unknowingly used fragments of his soul to create her sons, Billy and Tommy, a revelation that devastated her when exposed. These connections could intertwine with ongoing narratives involving Agatha, Darkhold Diaries, or Doctor Strange. The MCU has also flirted with Mephisto theories repeatedly. During WandaVision, fans speculated he was the big bad manipulating events behind the scenes, though this turned out to be false. More recently, rumors have emerged of Sacha Baron Cohen possibly portraying Mephisto in the upcoming Ironheart series. This aligns with a storyline involving the Hood, a character who gains supernatural powers after striking a deal with Mephisto. Introducing Mephisto could enrich the MCU's supernatural domain, connecting him to Doctor Strange, Ghost Rider, or even the Fantastic Four, given his enmity with cosmic heroes like Silver Surfer. His psychological manipulation and cosmic power make him an excellent candidate for a major antagonist. Whether through multiversal chaos, supernatural arcs, or interdimensional threats, Mephisto's presence could be a game-changer in Marvel's cinematic storytelling. 9. Miles Morales. Miles Morales, an Afro-Latino teenager, has become one of Marvel's most beloved characters, thanks to his unique perspective and compelling storylines. Though he's already a star in Sony's animated Spider-Verse films, fans are eager for his live-action MCU debut. Kevin Feige, president of Marvel Studios, has hinted that Miles' introduction is inevitable and could come shortly after the third animated Spider-Verse film, Beyond the Spider-Verse, which is still in production. However, delays in that project have pushed potential plans for his MCU arrival further into the future. Miles has already been subtly referenced in the MCU. Donald Glover's Aaron Davis, seen in Spider-Man: Homecoming, mentions having a nephew in Queens, a clear nod to Miles. Introducing him in the MCU would allow for meaningful stories about mentorship, as he could work alongside or eventually succeed Tom Holland's Peter Parker. Additionally, Miles' personal struggles, such as balancing his responsibilities as Spider-Man with his family and cultural heritage, would resonate with audiences on a deeply emotional level. The timing of Miles' debut is likely tied to the MCU's upcoming phases. He might be teased in Spider-Man 4 or play a significant role in multiversal events like Avengers, Secret Wars. Regardless, Miles Morales' inclusion in the MCU would mark a significant cultural and narrative expansion, ensuring Spider-Man's legacy is carried forward into a new generation. 10. Galactus. Galactus, the Devourer of Worlds, is one of Marvel's most iconic cosmic entities, and his introduction into the MCU could redefine the franchise's scope. While he appeared in the 2007 Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer as a poorly received cosmic cloud, fans have long desired a faithful adaptation. The character, created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, debuted in the comics as Galen of Ta, a being from a pre-Big Bang universe. After merging with the sentience of the universe, he became Galactus, destined to consume planets for survival and maintain the cosmic balance. Incorporating Galactus into the MCU presents endless possibilities. He could serve as a multi-phase antagonist, uniting Earth's heroes and cosmic forces like the Guardians of the Galaxy and Thor. With his complex role as both destroyer and a necessity for universal equilibrium, Galactus is more than just a villain, he's a force of nature. Stories like The Trial of Galactus emphasize his moral ambiguity, showing how he operates beyond human notions of good and evil. Recent reports suggest that Marvel Studios is planning his introduction, possibly in the Fantastic Four reboot, with speculation surrounding actors like Javier Bardem potentially playing him. This would likely tie into the growing cosmic narrative in the MCU, including characters like the Silver Surfer and Nova, who are intrinsically linked to Galactus' lore. And that's a wrap on our list of 10 Marvel characters from the comics who absolutely deserve an MCU debut. Whether it's the cosmic power of Galactus, the street-level grit of characters like Spiderwoman, or the psychological depth of someone like Sentry, these characters would bring fresh energy and exciting new storylines to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But now, we want to hear from you. Which of these characters are you most excited to see make their MCU debut? Or is there another Marvel hero or villain you think should have made the list? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more Marvel content, and turn on the notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.